So my name is Justin Molander, and I'm a chartered professional accountant with a legacy designation as a certified management accountant. I've been working in accounting and finance roles for the better part of 20 years. I'm a contract faculty member at Langara College, and I'm full-time with Kwantlen Polytechnic University. I'm also a registered member of the Sapotaweyak First Nation, which is just northwest-ish of Swan River, Manitoba. I think it's really important for students to understand why the original inhabitants of this country are recognized in such a way. They were here first. The means in which their lands and title were stripped away from them were done so illegally, has been proven by court cases over the years. One of the things that I like students to keep in mind is that when, say, you go and you get a job in a mining company or an oil and gas company, and extractive industries are some of our biggest industries in this country, that you'll be most likely be doing such work on unceded territory. It's not that Indigenous people are necessarily against all resource development. Well, they're not. And not all Indigenous communities are the same. Some have different priorities than others, and I can't hope to speak for all of them. But what I can say is generally true, that if you don't understand their role and their history in the country before European settlers came here, you'll never be able to communicate with them correctly. Right? The worst thing that can happen to an Indigenous community, say in British Columbia, where there's a lot of unceded territory, is where you would come in as a project proponent and say, hey, look at this mine that we're going to do. It's going to be an awesome mine. You're going to make all kinds of money. Your environment will be protected through all these measures, and your youth will have all of these employment opportunities. The Indigenous community will look back and say, well, where were we when you were developing this plan? It's not that we're against mining. We get the need for critical minerals. We need lithium, we need cobalt, we need nickel, but you can't come to us with a pre-baked plan to which we were not involved. So that's why it's very, very important, I think, even at the undergraduate level, to ensure that students have an understanding of Indigenous cultures, norms, and why they want to be a participant in economic activity instead of a standby. If students can work through a business case where they're exposed to Indigenous cultures, Indigenous ways of knowing, how Indigenous people do business, it will help them launch into their careers. It provides the linkage between academic learning and real world outcome, and what is actually happening on the ground in the province, at least here in British Columbia for sure. That's how it would be very beneficial for any student at the undergraduate level to have this basic understanding of Indigenous issues, land rights, and unceded territory.